Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we are gonna talk about two different families, one in Blue Water Village and one in downtown. The first family we are gonna talk about is the Geek family that is living up here, and the next family is in downtown, and that is older part of the Starks family. But we are going to start with the Geek family, and we're going to start now. So here we have the Geek household. I at least think that's how you say the name. For the longest time, it was Chester, a geek that lived here. As you can see here, he has two kids, Noah that you have met before, and then he has Gia. Gia is his daughter that he got with an alien because he got abducted. Um, Other than that, he just did all the knowledge things that a knowledge sim would do. Um, but now it's only Gia living her here with her two kids because Chester went to the elders' home. So I think Gia sent him there because she kind of wanted the house for herself and maybe in a hope of him getting some socializing. But honestly, I think it was mostly because she wanted the house for herself. So let's start with talking about Gia. So here we have Gia. She is a really neat sim. She is super shy. She is a bit more active and a bit more playful, and she's really nice. Um, in her bio, it says that Gia never really felt she was different when she was young. She had friends and boys liked her. Even now in adulthood, she doesn't feel like it's because of her being different that men in her life is acting weird. But why are they acting weird? Um, I have always seen Gia as being a little bit naive. Eh, Maybe a little bit absent-minded. She is, as you can see, she has quite some strong face structure, but I really feel like she looks so interesting and really pretty. Um, in her teen years, she had a little bit of flirting with the dreamer trends with Brent. Um, but I feel like they never really got too deep into anything. Yeah, they did actually. Okay. She even fell in love with him and had her first woohoo. And they had a good prom together 2 times, apparently. Oh, interesting. Okay. But other than that, she just did her duty as a popularity sims, got some friends and had some fun and was just, well, enjoying her life. Um, when she went to college, she met Omar Swain, which is also a romance sim. So even though she really liked him, she quickly found out after college that he maybe wasn't the person for her. Um, and the way she found out was that when she found out she were pregnant with him, he kind of dipped out, and she also found out that he was actually with another girl, and they planned to engage and maybe getting married. And Gia found this really weird because she thought they had something, um, but maybe she had misunderstood something or something like that. She kind of excused it away. Then she met Brent again and quickly fell in love with him. But still, when she was pregnant with Omar's child, Gina. Um, but after Gina had been born, she tried to pursue Brent again and be with him, and it looked like it was going pretty well. And so far, it's still going pretty good. Um, She haven't told him that they have a child now. Okay, she have kissed with Kevin. That's interesting. Um, she haven't told Brent yet that they now have a kid. I guess she's maybe a little bit afraid that when she tells him he is gonna leave. But Brent is for in no way the same as Omar, so I'm pretty sure he would just run to her rescue immediately and help out as much as he could. So hopefully she would tell him soon, so she can get a little bit of help there. And apparently she has kissed Kevin Goth. I guess that has been on a community lot at some point. That's always interesting to see. Are they? Does she even like him? Nope, not really. That's fine. But you can see she's still very much in love with Omar and Brent. So I think she's just mostly confused about what is happening and don't really understand why they are, or at least why Omar is a little bit weird. Um, but she is really happy with having her daughter, and I'm sure she's pretty happy to have her other daughter Vera too. So let's talk little bit about them too. So this is Gina. She is soon to be a teenager. She is the daughter of Gia and Omar. I don't think she have met Omar. Nope, she hasn't. Um, and I guess she probably never gonna. If she's gonna meet him, it's gonna be because she's friends with Hagim. But we will see where that goes. Um, she is uh, she is really neat and she's shy. She's super active, quite playful and really really nice. Um, and because she's so young and I don't know a lot about her yet, there's not much to tell about her. I think she's just happy to be a big sister and looking forward to have her little sister around. Again, she has never met her dad, and I'm not sure she even knows or think that she needs a dad because her mom so far has been enough. Um, and she really likes her granddad, so I think they're gonna visit them soon. Visit him soon at the eldest home, so she can see her granddad again. And in the same, I will show you Vera, that is on the floor, of course. As you can see, Vera has the eyes of Gia. Um, so I'm really interested to see how that looks when she grew up. But Vera is the daughter of Brent and Gia, and she just got born. And I'm sure as soon as Brent is gonna meet her, he's gonna be happy and willing to be a part of the family. For what I know him of, he would for sure be doing that. So yeah, that was the Geek family for now. The home is more homey now than when Chester lived here. Chester never really did anything for decoration or anything like that. Um, but Gia have made it a little bit more homey and family friendly. So I think that's a really good thing. And the next family we're gonna talk about is the Stacks family. As you can see, it's just the two eldest that is left. They have gotten some kids that have moved out. This family has always been a little bit poor. Well, always been very, very poor. I think the amount of money they have now is the most money they have ever had. I think from the beginning, these two took a loan out for the house and they just never really got to pay it back, or at least it went really slowly, so they never really had any money. But let's look at their family tree. We have Jane Stacks and we have Jared Stacks. These are both from the university frat houses or whatever it's called. I don't remember. I feel like it's Jared Stacks that have the last name from the beginning, and Jane had another last name, but I don't remember it. After college, they moved in here in this home, and shortly after they got Adam Stacks, and then they got Molly, as you can see there, and then they got Diana and Willow. They were like really a family. Sim family, whatever you call it, because they're both family orientated. And when they only had Adam, it went pretty well, I would say. But as time went on and they got more kids and the finances got harsher, things started to be a little bit more rocky. Um, so let's see. So yeah, I'm gonna go into Jane and tell you a little bit about why that was rocky, because I feel like she is kind of the middle point of the drama in this family. So here we have a more of a close up on Jane. Oh, and as you can see, she is an elder. She keeps her appearance and try to look as presentable as possible, and she has always done that. I feel like in college she was a hard student. She did her best to get the best grades and stuff like that. She didn't want to go out a lot, but she went out at least. Um, I think she was in a house with. Mm, I don't even remember who she was in the house with. I guess. I feel like she was in a house with Agora, or what is her name? She haven't as Yeah. Here we have Agora, and as you can see, they have been best friends back then, but they didn't really kept that friendship. Because after they moved out of college, she kind of just was with her family. Um, yeah, so let's look into her. She's pretty neat. She's shy. She's pretty active, and she's serious. And she's a little bit more nice. I think the fitness she has now is the highest she ever had. Because when she got the family and was just focused on kids and her husband. She didn't really think about everything else. I guess that's quite normal for moms to have their focus on the family completely. Um, oh yeah, I think I kept some of the old bio. Jane has been spending a lot of time with the irresistible Castor lately. Could something beside friendship be in the air? After college, the Castor dream died, but Jane found peace in Jared. They moved in together after taking a little loan with the intent on with the intent on paying it out quickly before kids. Then Adam came to the world, and shortly after, another baby. A happy family, but money was low, and the bank is knocking on the door. And I feel like this bio kind of describes it well. She really, in college, I guess she was just ready to get that breakthrough with a loving family, and I guess at that point she thought it would be with Castor. But she ended up with Jared instead, which I feel like would be was a better choice, at least family wise. Um, and together they got this family, even though it was a little bit too quick, because they kind of wanted to pay out the loan first, but it just didn't went well. I think they have paid it out now. I can try to see. Um, yeah, they finally paid it out, I guess, in the last round. So now that they cannot have any more kids and all the kids have moved out, they have been able to pay out the loan, even though they both are retired. Um, the thing is with Jane, in the beginning she was I guess in the younger years. No, they had okay. They got engaged in college, and after college, she had a flirt. No, after college, she had a in college she still had some flirts with Martin Rubin, which was also interested in Agora. So, oh yes, so much story from so long ago that I haven't thought about it for such a long time. But they moved out, and you can see they pretty quickly got Adam, like almost immediately after. I think they lived in the slum, in the cheap apartments before. Um, so when they got Adam, they were still living in that small apartment. So they moved out and got a loan for so they could buy a house that they could at least be in. And this is like a starter house. It's like pretty small and there isn't too much space, but they never really moved out. And as you can see, it wasn't long before they got Molly. And they were good. They were good parents. They really loved Adam, and they really loved Molly, and everything was going fine until it wasn't going fine anymore. I think at this point Adam had been going out, or his grades were going down. I think actually it was because his grades was going down, and Jane just got really mad about it and kept arguing with him and lecturing him on that thing, on that him not actually doing his homework and stuff like that. But at that point, he just kind of wanted to be with his family and not with friends and school. He didn't have the best time in school. Um, After that argument, she even got demoted, and that was straight after getting their third child. So I guess in this time of life, at this stage in her life, she was really stressed out, and everything was just dramatic. And it doesn't show here because they never had a physical fight, but they were arguing a lot. They were irritating each other all the time. Jane always lectured Adam when he came home from school, and they just got a really, really, really bad relationship to each other. So when he went to college, I think it was a big relief in the family, not because they didn't want Adam there, but because of all the tension there was because of their constant arguing. Um, and from here, he went to college and he passed with he passed with really good grades. And he actually, I think he thought that when he saw his family again, they would be happy. But Jane was just still mad at him, and they just couldn't reconcile. So he never really moved back home. He moved into an apartment, and shortly after he moved to, you can see he got a kid quite quickly after, and I guess he moved at that point. He moved in with his then girlfriend, and in the same, I think, rotation, or just the rotation after, they got their third and last kid. I think at this point, Jane was just done. I don't think Willow was planned. Willow, it wasn't, not that any of the kids actually were planned, but Willow was just, Jane wasn't prepared for that. She was happy that Molly did really well in college, but it was like the whole thing with Adam just took the family happiness out of Jane. Um, and even though she has grandkids, I don't think she really knows them. Um, no, she doesn't know them, um, which is really sad. But Adam just never wanted to get them back home. Uh, he didn't want to show Jane that acceptance of what she did. Um, I remember they had their anniversary, and at their anniversary they had a lot of arguments, and they fought, and they were angry at each other. And at that point, see, this is a weird memory, but at that point, her daughter Willow, who never really had much to do with Adam, she only saw that whenever Adam was home, there was a lot of tension in the house. See, she didn't come to the world before after he had moved out. So she never really knew lots about him. But the thing was, at this anniversary party, there was so much fighting between Jane and Adam that Willow intervened and were like, "Hey, mom, this is your son. Can you relax? What is the problem?" And I think that really pissed Jane off, and she just got so mad at Willow, really, really mad at Willow. So as you can see, she also lost her friendship to her last daughter. Um, the two others kind of just stayed in the background with with this argument thing and didn't want to intervene because they knew that they would yeah, this would happen to them too if they intervened. And Jared just tried to be the middleman and console and help where he could. I think he, at a couple of times, tried to talk with Adam about it, but it just didn't get better. And with Willow, he really tried to show her that he knows that it's hard, but that Jane just was in a bad place at the moment, which she has been in a long time if you look at it like that. Um, so yeah, that's Jane's side of the story. You will hear more about the full story when we go to Adam, and you can see his point of the story. Um, so yeah, I'm not sure they are ever gonna be friends again. I feel like if they should be able to, it would mean that Adam needed to take down his defenses and actually invite his grandparents to the to birthdays and stuff like that. I just don't think he's gonna do that. So here we have Jared. As you can see, he's really sloppy. He's outgoing, he's lazy, he is playful and a little bit nice. Um, for some reason, he is showing more of his niceness than Jane does. But all in all, they are both really nice to everyone else. Jane just has this bad relationship with two of her kids. In his bio, it says Jared splits his time between working on his art and hanging out with friends. He also been known to sneak food from the cafeteria once in a while. After college, Jared moved in together with his fling from college Jane. Quickly, the kids rolled in, and the little family is happy in their small house. But will they be able to pay the house loan? Will it be smart with the extra baby they so dearly want? Um, money-wise, it wasn't smart, no. And Jared has almost their whole life been working really hard. As you can see, he didn't really go too far in the career. Well, level 6 is quite high, honestly, but his focus was work so they could get that loan paid off. Um, but that just happened so much all the time, and there was some mistakes at work that meant that he needed to pay some different things, and the same from Jane. So they just never really got that money fully up. And the whole art thing is just not going to happen. When he when he comes home from work, the only thing he could do was just sit down and watch some TV. He was too tired to involve him with family drama or whatever. Um, in the younger years, in the like uh, a long time ago, when Adam was still a kid, they watched TV late at night together. So he really had a good relationship with Adam, and still to this day has a really good relationship to Adam. I'm pretty sure that he has. Yeah, he has even met one of his grandchildren. Um, they're not really friends though, but he has at least met him. And as you can see, he is in a good relationship with all his kids. A little bit less with Molly, but with the rest, I guess. Yeah, I will tell you about them them later. Um, he uh, he got kind of just tried to be the good dad. He didn't want to do much to ruin anything for the family. He even got fired at one point, apparently. It hasn't been easy for him. He really tried to make it the best time for his kids, and he really tried to make Adam and Jane at least reconcile a little bit, but it just didn't work. Jane couldn't let go of the anger, and I don't think she even now really understands why she's angry, because Adam is doing so good, so she shouldn't care. And at this point, Adam just closed completely off. He loves his dad, but they rarely see each other because if Jared is going, Jane is going with him, right? So yeah, I'm looking. I'm interested to see if it's actually gonna work out. As you can see, they still have some time left as elders. Um, but Jane is not. I just don't think it's gonna happen. If it was gonna happen, it should have been happening already, right? But yeah, this is their house. It's quite stinky at the moment. Jane normally makes sure that everything is completely clean, but I guess right now they didn't have the time to clean up before I started the recording. Mean guys, I'm trying to record here. um, but yeah, it's still a quite a poor looking house, but they have the essentials. And that was the two families for this video. I will just show you where the Starks live in downtown, and it's here. Here we have it. Now that I didn't show it in the beginning. But yeah, that's all I had for this video, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!